Welcome back, everyone. This is Jenny with Homeschool Teens with Jenny, and today we're going to talk 10th grade. My daughter is my younger child, and she will be going into 10th grade this coming school year for 2025-2026. And so I wanted to share with you guys some of the things that she would be using during her homeschool year. I put myself over here so that I could put some pictures up for you guys instead of bringing just a huge stack of books out. I thought it would be easier to just insert pictures in this area here for you guys. And then if I have any flip throughs of the things that I'm showing you, I'll put them in the cards above just so you have access to those as well. So let's get started. During the morning, when we start our day, we start about 10 o'clock. We start our day always with Bible study, and this year we're going to try something new. We're using John MacArthur's Fundamentals of the Faith, and so we'll be doing that for several weeks. It'll last several months into the school year. Then we're going to be reading two different missionary biographies that I've really wanted to make a priority for this year. They've been on my shelf for several years, and so I want to make sure that we get to it. And the first one is Nate Saint, and he was actually murdered by a tribe, a native tribe, and later his son goes back to the same tribe that murdered his father and wrote kind of a follow-up about his journey and his experience called End of the Spear. So those books kind of go together. So we're going to start with Nate Saint, learn about his life and what happened, and then we're going to move into his son's book called End of the Spear. So I'm really excited. I think that will definitely get us through first semester of Bible, and then we'll see what second semester holds for us after we finish those things. We always have World Watch News on every day. My kids, that's one of their favorite highlights to start their day. So we will continue that this coming year. We will also be doing Beautiful Feet's Music Appreciation. We're going to be doing that as an elective. We're going to do 2 lessons a week so that we can finish it out in a year. It's designed to do 1 lesson a week and last over 2 years. But my oldest child will be a senior this year, and I wanted him to have the full credit. So we're going to do Monday and Wednesday classes with the music appreciation, and I'm really excited about it. All of us love art studies and music studies, and typically over the years we've used Simply Charlotte Mason. This is a new release by Beautiful Feet, and I'm excited to give it a try and see the format and kind of what's involved. So we'll walk you along with us through the year with that program, but excited about that. Then once a month, we are going to be doing Homeschool Art Boxes digital subscription. And what that is they just send you a digital file once a month on a different artist throughout the school year. So I think it goes from September to May, and you get a file just, it's kind of like a newsletter format as far as who the artist is, some of their favorite works and the stories behind those. They'll send you a couple files of examples of their art, and then they will give you a supply list. And so you can go gather the supplies and do that project at home. And so we actually bought a couple of just the art boxes themselves with everything pre-printed, and then all the art supplies for 2 kids. And I just found the price was just a little steep. Having 2 high schoolers, things as far as curriculum goes get a lot more expensive, not to just mention their extracurricular activities and things that they're involved in. So I just wanted to buckle down a little bit on the budget and go with the $12 monthly subscription instead of paying between $40 and $60 a box each month. So that's kind of what the price difference looks like for those, but check them out. We're working on a couple boxes this summer, and I'll make sure to post and let you guys know how we liked those, but so far we're enjoying them. All right, for math, we're going to continue with Denison. She has done their pre-algebra. She's done Algebra 1 this past year, and she will be moving into geometry. My son has already gone through all the way through Algebra 2 with Denison, and he's had great success. She did really well with the past 2 courses, so we're just going to keep what works, and she'll be going into the geometry course. Okay, so let's talk English for a minute. There are so many components of English. There's spelling, there's vocabulary, there's grammar, there's literature, there's composition, and especially when you get into high school, you really want to focus on that composition and literature. But I really am still wanting to work on all areas of language arts with her just to sharpen some of her skills. She's not a natural speller. And so that's something that we've worked really hard on over the years, and we're going to continue working on it this year with IEW's Phonetic Zoo. We used level A last year, and it only took her about a semester. So we decided to table the level B until her 10th grade year. So that's what we're going to do. It'll probably just take a semester to get through it, but it just keeps her skills fresh, practicing the spelling. I know we have all sorts of tools now, like spell check and Grammarly and all these things that we can use as we're writing papers, and those things are great aids and tools, but I still do want her to work a little bit more on her spelling, so that's what we're going to work on there. We're also going to do vocabulary as a part of the literature. If we need more vocabulary and working on things like analogies and some things like that, we will incorporate just some supplemental resources, and I will definitely make sure to update you guys and let you know what we use if we decide that we need more than what's already included. We're going to just stay fresh with our grammar, really with things like critical thinking companies, editor-in-chief, and these are things we're not going to do all at one time. There's so many components of literature. That doesn't mean you have to hit every single component every day. So just so you know, we are going to be using just bits and pieces spread across language arts throughout the entire school year. One thing that will stay pretty consistent that she does do often is going to be the literature and composition. The literature will all come from Beautiful Feet's medieval history program. I combined the history component and the literature component there to give her English credit for that, as well as she's finishing up the second half of IEW's Level B Year 1. We used the first half this year. We'll be using the second half this coming year for 2025-2026. So it's a full year with English, and it's a full year with history, but we're really excited. I let her pick the time period she wanted to study, and she picked medieval times, and that's one of my favorite times in history to study, especially with the literature. We're going to start the year off with Beowulf, and I'll let you know how that goes. I did find a really wonderful literature guide on Beowulf on Teachers Pay Teachers. I'll put the thumbnail here for you guys so you can see what it looks like, but it's by More English on Teachers Pay Teachers. It includes the text, it includes all the different exercises of vocabulary and analysis and all sorts of different things, and it even wraps up with a really fun project at the end. And I will share all of that with you as the year goes on, but that is what we're going to start out with. So for science, we're going to use CompuScholar this year. She is really interested in computer science, and so we are going to be using their game design, animation, and simulation course, and it does have a lab credit that goes alongside it. So that will count as a science credit. They have on their website, you can click on the state that you live in, and it will tell you what classes align with state standards. Now, as homeschoolers, we don't really have to pay attention to that if we don't want to, but it is something I like just to verify. And so that class was included as a credit for a computer science class in our state. And so it does count under the science category. And I was just really excited for her with that because she had a bit of an up and down year over the 9th grade year with science. And I think just the fact that this is something she picked out that she's interested in, it's not like you have to do biology next, you know. I just wanted to pick something that would motivate her and give her self-confidence and just let her have work on something that was interest-led for this coming year. So I'm excited about that. It's also my son's senior year this year, and I didn't want to be as tied down teaching subjects like I was the year before. And so this year was the year I decided I really wanted to just have science be more independent for her. And of course, I'm there. My husband makes a career of IT. He's in programming and developing. He's available to her. So she'll have all the support she needs, but the demand won't be as much on me on the science end this coming year. We just talked about history. We're using Beautiful Feet's medieval history, so I won't go over that again, but we're excited about all the components that come with that. There's a timeline, there's a map of what the world looked like in that time period that we'll be working through. And I'm just really excited for this literature-based approach of history. My son always wanted a textbook, and she just gets bored really easy with textbooks because it's the same thing every day. That predictability is something my son longs for and wants, but she is my literature-based learning kid. She's really stretching me in the high school years to try some new things, but it makes it exciting, and we're both looking forward to that course coming up. For her main elective, it will be ASL 2. She took ASL 1 last year with ASL Virtual Academy. It was the most positive experience out of the entire year as far as the courses that she took. So we're just going to continue with year 2. She's thinking of making a career as an ASL interpreter. And so we're looking at all the options for that. And so ASL Virtual Academy actually offers up to 3 years of ASL with high school credit. So I'm really excited we found that program. It's very well done. It's interactive. And she did so well with year 1. She's really looking forward to year 2. I don't know if she'll tack on any more electives or not. She's working, she'll be getting her learner's license at the end of summer. And so she's going to be working on driver's education, learning how to drive. She's also has just so many extracurricular things she's involved in outside of just academics. And so I'll share all of those things about what she's doing and all the things that she's involved in, but I don't want to overwhelm the academic side. There's another fun side to high school of just learning life skills, growing up, responsibilities, and she's diving into all of those things head first. She's really excited about the things to come in the next year and learning to drive and all those things. So we're going to stick with ASL as the main elective, and then if we add a course on, I'll just update you guys throughout the year. So that's it for my 10th grader. I hope you guys are having a fantastic summer, and just stay tuned for the next video. I'm going to be doing some flip throughs next in a series of just things that are coming up for 2025, 2026. And so I'm going to flip through some curriculums, let you take a closer look at how they work. So it's going to be a fun summer here on Homeschool Teens with Jenny. So I hope you'll subscribe. If you're not, I hope you'll hit the bell so you know when my videos will be coming out. I use my community tab pretty frequently to let you guys know what's coming up and what I'm working on. And I would love to get to know you guys better. So I will see you in the next one.